All right, what's up, family? As you can see, my two lights right there are not working. All of a sudden, we came out here and the lights were not working. So then we figured we'd come to the pole barn. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Why isn't it working? We did figure it out, but I'm gonna run y'all through everything first. Because maybe you having this problem. Your outside light's not working or whatever. You have to problem solve. I did figure it out, but let me run you through everything. So I made sure the power was on here. And now I got my tester. And when I put that in there, look at this, nothing. But as I pull it out, it keep doing that. Put it in here, nothing. This should be lighting up red. I'll cut it off. This should be lighting up red. I hit the button. See, and it's not. Got no power. And as you look up here, you can clearly see we have no power. So I'm still trying to problem solve. So then I even came over here to our other shed. Now we got an outlet here. Obviously, look at it, no power. We put it in a negative, no power. I said, let me come over to the other outlet here. That's what's good about these little testers. Put it in the negative, no power, no power. We even ran it through to touch the lines personally. No power, none whatsoever. So I'm like, what the heck? It's driving me crazy. Like I said, folks, we're gonna get to it. Got another outlet here. And the whole time, I'm making sure all my connections, see, you wanna go in the negative one. The whole time, make sure all my connections are good. Like I said, in my pole barn, I've got plenty of birds in there before building nests. I said, maybe they mess with a wire or something like that, but that wasn't the case. Now, another most obvious thing you want to check is your breakers. Now, the breaker to my outside shed and pole barn is right here. So I knew it was fully on, but I even cut it off. And then look at me, and I cut it off and cut it back on just to make sure. Now you can see all these lights came on, but the outside lights still hadn't came on. So now I'm still trying to problem solve. Now another obvious thing that could happen is your GFCI. Sometimes if this is tripped, if this is tripped, sometimes by being tripped, maybe water, especially if you got an outside one. If you got an outside one, it may trip it. And if it trip it, it may possibly cut power to somewhere else that is connected to that it jumps off of that. But I checked this GFI. I checked that GFI. I checked my GFIs outside. All of them are working fine. My other bathroom, I checked that GFCI. All of those is fine. So now it's really driving me crazy. But like I said, folks, we're going to get to it. I did find it. I just wanted to run y'all through it first because, so as I said, folks, I did find it. Don't give up. Because my main thing, as I always say, learn to do a lot of this stuff yourself before calling these overpriced scam artists get over contractors, because that's what they will do to you. So remember what we did. We checked our breaker. That's fine. We checked our GFCIs all throughout the house and outside. Those was fine. None of them was tripped. These are the things you need to do to problem solve. Check any of your outside connections, especially if you got a pole barn or shed. Make sure you don't have no such as birds or rodents even had made some type of damage. Remember, they build nests all behind stuff. So check all that. Make sure all your connections are correct. So like I said, the GFI, the breaker, we checked that. What else we checked? We made sure all the connections is fine. Still is driving me crazy. Then I said, let me come to this, where you actually cut it on and off. So I took all of this off and I hit my tester again. And right away, see that? Power, power, power. Now this is the switch for my outside shed and pole barn. Now it's saying it got power. Now that's what really drove me crazy. I'm like, if it's saying it got power, why I don't have power outside? So what I did, I disconnected this. And this line here, that's going to there for the power outside of my shed, it was simply loose. That's all it was. So all I did, I came here, I took it apart and tightened it a little bit tighter. And voila, problem fixed. Don't have to call an overpriced scam artist get over contractor, because they will overcharge you, folks. Go through everything first before you call that doggone contractor. Because I'm telling you, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you big time. They're gonna charge probably over $100-something just to come out to your house before they even touch anything. But you see what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to lose connection. And that's all this was. Especially if you got an old house, things move throughout the night and all that. You know what I'm saying? Remember the old video I did? All houses make noise, just like your doors. In the summer, the heat make the wood expand. In the winter, it don't. Why they creak? Why they get stuck sometimes? All things move over time, and all this needed to be was tightened up and my problem fixed. Just to prove it to you, now we're gonna go outside. We're gonna show you everything is working again. All right, folks, as you can see, my 2 outside lights are on, which that is connected to my pole barn. And as you can see, we got light. We got light. You see? It's back working. If you come over here real quick, you see we got light. We got power. So I'm gonna say it one more time. Check everything first before you be so quick to call a scam artist, get over, overpriced contractor. And what are the things you check? Number 1, check your breaker. Make sure the breaker to wherever you're not having power is not tripped. If it is tripped, the way you get it back, you gotta cut it fully off and then cut it back on. Don't just think you're gonna push it in the on position. No, cut it fully off and then cut it back on. That's how you do that. That's with the breaker. Then you check all your GFCIs. Come on, we get out. It's hot in here. Then you check all your GFCIs. You check all of that. Make sure none of them has been tripped because of water, especially if you got an outside one. Maybe water hit it and it shuts something off that's connected to that where you're not having power. Then you make sure all your outside connect. Like, let me go back to this here. See what I'm saying? I got a line here that's a bird nest. It was building nests up here. Sometimes that happens, and they might have messed up something. So you check all your connections, GFCI, your breaker, check all your connections. And last but not least, what was my problem was the actual switch, the main switch to cut everything on. That was it was loose in there, and that may be your problem. So go to that connection, make sure it's not loose. But sometimes it might not even be loose. Sometimes it's for whatever reason, it has moved. And when you open the box, you just touch it. Sometimes but be safe. Use gloves, use something rubber that doesn't have that's not gonna be a connection to give you a shock. Use something like wood, plastic, or rubber, and you touch it. Sometimes just a simple touch or moving it, your power will be right back on. And you don't have to call a scam artist, get over, overpriced contractor. Now the other thing I was gonna say is, we do understand if you do have to call a contractor, they do gotta get paid for their services. But you know what I'm saying? So if a contractor came out here to do this same thing what you needed, and all it was a loose wire, and all you had to probably do is just move it, you know, so you gotta pay them for coming out at least. But an honest contractor would say, listen, I didn't even have to do nothing. Once I loosen up your switch, I realized you just had to move the wire. So I tell you what, I'm just gonna charge you for us coming out here. Now that would be a good, honest electrician, right? Now, a good homeowner in return would say, thanks, I appreciate that, but I tell you what, here go $50 tip for at least doing that. Don't leave a guy barehanded, you know what I'm saying? Because he did fix your problem. It just, he ain't had to put no real labor into it. All right, folks, hope this work helps you. Don't call that, before you call that scam artist, get over, overpriced contractor. Check all the things that I said first, and you might fix your own problem. Peace.